This is a Gimme Five show with Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now.
I'm all excited. You see that?
Wait until they see the strength and here to win. It's Black College Live. I'ma need 5 on it.
This is what it's all about.
Overtime on it. Lights out.
I'm gonna put him in the front runner seat to be the Black College Player of the Year.
This ain't for fun. I've been going done. They be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it. Marching 100 how you want it.
We always like to highlight the fraternities and sororities.
119!
What I wanna, big body. I don't even need a sponsor.
Homeboy was
I be
balling.
stacking comma at the comma. Kiss a guy with good karma. I get it different. I be working on my off day.
Gimme Five Black College Live is presented by Pepsi.
Of dynamite playing Cherokee. When you hear that, you know you're on the reservation here at Alcorn State University.
And the Southern University know what they are in for. When you start seeing the tomahawk chop and the Braves are chanting, that's normally bad news for the opposing team. SWAC Championship 2019.
Let's go. Welcome in to Gimme Five Black College Live. Walker and Tiffany Greene here with you. And this is going to be a doozy. Southern University taking on Alcorn State University in a rematch of last year's SWAC Championship.
I think we both said last year's game was probably the most electric environment you can see in an HBCU football game. And this year the Braves, they plan on increasing the intensity level, as you can tell right now here at Black College Live.
Here's the deal. They plan to play that all day long if they can help it.
And you know, I say this many times, like, if you are never been to the reservation, then you were missing out on the most intimidating, hostile road trip in all of Black College football. These fans of Alcorn State football, they deserve it. They deserve it. They carry this football team. But what do we have on the show today,
all right,
Tim?
5 things you need
What do we
to
got?
know. We're
What do we
going to
got?
from the Sounds of Dynamite.
Sounds of
course,
Dynamite, all right.
You know we like to show some Greek love, so the Noops
The pretty boys are going to be in the house.
have
How
come
about the side going to be in the house
Of
today?
course,
Okay.
some postseason honors. We need to talk about all of the outstanding performances we've
the
seen
football player.
throughout the
Give it up to the football player.
Give me 5.
Of course, give the people what they want.
And we need to have a game preview, Jay.
Game preview. Can Coach Chef keep his
Woo,
record
that
going?
prediction.
He missed on the Florida Classic.
Yeah,
Bad. He's
yeah.
1 game at 500 now. So we'll see.
We'll see. We jump right into it and we look at those postseason honors. And you think about the SWAC Offensive Player of the Year was Noah Johnson a season ago at quarterback. Again, the Braves have another signal caller as the Offensive Player of the Year in Felix Harper, and he's up for an even greater award.
Yeah, they just keep it going. You know, what they do is they make it happen. And they love Felix Harper down here. They love Felix Harper, and rightfully so. He's had a fantastic season, and for his play, not only was he the SWAC Offensive Player of the Year, but he was one of the 4 finalists for the Black College Player of the Year. Give credit to those guys. How about Ryan Stanley? Quarterback, Florida A&M University, career leader in every passing category at the school down in Tallahassee. He deserves a credit. The name a lot of people don't know, Chris Rowland. Over 1,400 yards as a wide receiver for Tennessee State University. He's a finalist for the Black College Player of the Year. So you talk about the talent, and then all season long,
John Maine Martin from North Carolina A&T. He's a grown man in the backfield.
John Maine Martin, probably the best running back in FCS football. He's a finalist for your HBCU Player of the Year, which will be awarded later on during the season.
Now, there are some interesting headlines coming out. This has been a busy week for Black college football. You talk about those finalists, but also in Tallahassee, Florida A&M held a celebration declaring themselves as the HBCU National Champions. And
what?
Jay, I know you want to chime in here, so go ahead, give me your thoughts.
FAMU declares themselves HBCU National Champions. Y'all hear me, folks? Florida A&M has declared themselves the HBCU National Champion. You got to be kidding me. I don't know if Florida A&M is better than Alcorn. I don't know if Florida A&M is better than North Carolina A&T, even though they got the victory. I just think for Florida A&M, they've had a good season. Give them credit. But are they HBCU national champions? No. Because if you ask me, the number one HBCU team in the country right now is Alcorn State University.
continue to make friends wherever you go, and you're a fan of the SIP. You're a fan of the SIP.
Yeah, and although I love Alcorn State University, the #1 right now, to me, the HBCU national champion is the winner of the Celebration Bowl. If you want to win a national championship, go win that Celebration Bowl. And I will give credit, that's been on the Braves' mind ever since they lost it last year.
All right, now you talk about in the nation's capital also, Ron Prince, who was already on the outs with Howard University, officially resigned as the head coach.
Yeah, and that's a very intriguing job. A lot of people want that job. If you can get it, you want to have it. So we will see what Howard University comes up with. They have a lot of skill position, offensive firepower. I think they need to have an offensive-minded coach in there to right the ship at America's Black College.
All right, let's go back to that Celebration Bowl talk, because when you think about what these two teams are trying to get to here for this SWAC Championship, a gentleman by the name of John Grant, the executive director, the brainchild of that Celebration Bowl, is here on the reservation. And the great news is that he won the trophy that they're playing for on December 21st in Atlanta, Georgia, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here he is.
This is Black College Live. This is what we do.
The legend,
we bring everything.
John Grant.
Show me the hardware. Come on over here, John. As the Sounds of Dynamite are now leaving the scene there. Appreciate the Sounds of Dynamite.
Thank you for that ever since Walker and Tiffany Dynamite. You know, they gotta have their moment. They gotta have their time shot.
The most coveted in HBCU football. The most coveted piece of hardware in HBCU football.
Where can I get one of these? Can I get one?
You have a minute, Jay.
I would have won a couple of them, but where can I get it up? But talk about it. I've always said Celebration Bowl has been historic in what it's brought to the HBCU landscape. This is the 5th year of the Celebration Bowl. What does it mean to you, and what have been the results outside of what we see on the scoreboard?
Success, success, success. I mean, we cannot be more pleased at ESPN events and the Walt Disney Company about the success of this bowl game and what it has meant, the impact that it's had on HBCUs, not just those that have participated, but HBCUs across the spectrum. When you can get a national platform that shows your game and to millions of people, and you know, you can't get anything better than this. And we know that at the beginning of every season, every coach, every player has one thing in their mind, and that's to get their hands on this.
Now, John, I gotta know, it's grown and it's had great success since its inception, but what's in store for this year?
We got a lot of things in store for year 5, and it's gonna be a lot special. We're telling fans, regardless of whether your team is in the game, you really need to be in Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl weekend. We're celebrating Tom Joyner this year. Okay. You know, Tom Joyner had raised over $65 million, has retired. We are going to be bringing him into Atlanta and acknowledge his service and support to HBCUs. We're going to be honoring and showcasing the incoming Black College Football Hall of Fame champions. This will be their honorees. This will be their first induction appearance. And so just being in Atlanta is also key.
I always like the celebration of service.
Absolutely. We got our Divine Nine. I know you got the Kappas in here today.
Kappas on his house display today.
But celebrating service is going to be a major toy drive led by the Greek letter organization, where we're going to be asking fans to bring non-wrapped toys to the game, and we're going to collect those and give them away to needy families.
So we already have one champion slated for the Celebration Bowl. Later today, we will find out who will be the representative from the SWAC, whether it be Southern or Alcorn State. John Grant, we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on to the show. And we want to make sure you stay tuned and come back with us here from the reservation.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages.
Everybody clap your hands. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. Oh, yeah. Cha-cha, real smooth.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC, champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Welcome back to Gimme Five Black College Live. I'm with Southern head coach Dawson Odoms, and you do a pregame ritual where you sit on the bus in the pregame. What's going through your mind in those moments?
Really just, I'm watching football, just seeing, some other teams play and just trying to last minute scenarios and situations and just really get your mind situated for the game.
You all were in this situation last year. This is a rematch of the championship game from 2018. What's different about the Southern group?
Well, I think it's the execution down the stretch and seniors. I think last year we had about 8 seniors. This year we got about 18. So hopefully that leadership in this moment pay dividends. In
terms of, you have a terrific quarterback in Ladarius Skelton. You have the top rushing attack in the SWAC. Is that going to be one of the keys for today?
Well, you also got the top 2 rushing defenses in the SWAC. So we didn't run the ball well the second time. We didn't run the ball well the first time we played them. So hopefully this time we get that running game going. When we run the ball for 200 plus yards, we usually win those football games.
What was your message to your team all throughout the week in preparation for this game, knowing they would face the Braves again?
Execution, just making sure we execute. We left some plays out there the last time, but it's a different football team right now. We're 0-0. It's a new month, and we really like where our mindset is for this football game.
Oftentimes, coaches get a feel for what this moment is going to be like and how their team is going to perform. What kind of feel do you get from your team?
Well, I think we have a want-to mentality. They've been hearing a lot of things, and we in control of those things. So I think they want to continue playing football, and they know we got to play really well against a really good football team. But I think the desire be there, and the want-to will be there today.
All right, we appreciate your time. Dawson Odoms, the Southern head coach. And Jay, you've got Fred McNair from Alcorn State, right?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Joining me now, head coach of Alcorn State University, Fred McNair. Coach McNair, before we put on the coaching hat, what's it like to be on the field here for the SWAC Championship?
Man, this is wonderful. This is wonderful, man. I can't say it enough. I can't express enough how we feel as a coaching staff and as players to be playing on your own grass for the SWAC Championship. It's a blessing.
Now, was that the goal all season long, to host the SWAC Championship and then make it to Atlanta?
Our ultimate goal was to get back to Atlanta. So this is our first step here this weekend.
Now, you guys have had a clean run, besides only one loss during the regular season. How do you make sure your team doesn't take Southern University for granted?
They've been focused all week for 2 weeks straight. They've been focused, and coaching staff did a great job making them understand, don't take it for granted. It's going to be a good ball club coming here this weekend. We just got to be prepared to play a perfect game.
Last thing, everybody wants to know, where did Felix Harper come from? Where did you find this kid? And talk about the remarkable season your quarterback has had.
He's having an incredible season. Hats off to Coach Pat White for getting that guy ready to play, And so he's been doing a great job for us, and we hope it continues today.
Okay, well, we know you all want to win the football game. Who's going to win the battle at halftime? The Human Jukebox or Sound of Dynamite?
I ain't seen anyone on play yet, man.
I appreciate it. Fred McNair, head coach of Alcorn State University, here on Gimme Five Black College Live.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages. We are the SWAC. Our heritage lifts us to great heights. Because my history is forged by trailblazers. That motivates me today to focus on my future. We are the SWAC. We are the new trailblazers. And this is my heritage.
Welcome back in to Gimme Five Black College Live. Jay Walker, Tiffany Greene. We hope that you're following us on our social platforms at Black College Live. All right, Jay, this is a segment of the show. This is your brand. This is your baby that we call Gimme Five.
All right, we're here for the Gimme Five Black College Live version of the 5 things you need to know about this year's SWAC Championship. I think we started off the show the right way. If you don't know about the tomahawk chop, you better ask somebody, because down here at the reservation, you're going to see a lot of this going on during the game. Number 4, well, I got to give it up to the bands. We know they're great, but the Dancing Dolls and the Golden Girls, they're going to go at it now. Dancing Dolls, legendary. Most entertaining group to me could be the Golden Girls. So watch halftime. You definitely want to check that out. Number 3, my friends, they had my back. Sounds of
Dynamite.
They are loud and they are proud, and they are going to bring the bass here in this stadium during the celebration, during the SWAC Championship. Number 2, not to be outdone, the Honorable Human Jukebox. That is the band for Southern University. You give them a dime and they can play any song in the top 10. They've always been the one. But at the end of the day, number 1, it's a football game. And whatever team has the best QB play, and you got 2 great quarterbacks in this game, then they're going to have success. And how about this? On the bubble, I've been hanging around y'all folks down here at Alcorn, so I know this. On the bubble, something you got to know about the SWAC Championship, the smoke. Who smoke? Who want the smoke? That's what they say. Who want the smoke? They take that smoke serious down here, so we're going to see who gets smoked today.
You've been having too much fun down here on the reservation. We'll come back to the sip when you return.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Welcome back to Gimme Five Black College Live, the 2019 SWAC Championship between Southern and Alcorn State. And with me now, we have so many special guests that drop on the show. This time it's the SWAC Commissioner, Dr. Charles McClellan. And from your perspective, last year you saw the huge success that the SWAC Championship was on a home site. What is in store for this time around and moving forward?
Well, it's Alcorn 2.0. I see Jay over there eating ribs already. That's what it's all about, right? Tailgating, football weather, championship Saturday, and the Southwestern Athletic Conference is a part of it. So when you look at big-time football in the South, in America, Southwestern Athletic Conference is in the forefront. That's what we want to show, and that's what everybody's going to see today.
All right, so either Southern or Alcorn will represent the Southwestern Athletic Conference. The question is, can they win a Celebration Bowl?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think when you look at what Alcorn State did last year with a strong North Carolina A&T team, we were right there. A play here or a call there, we win the championship. So absolutely, Alcorn is a very formidable opponent. Southern University is a very formidable opponent. I saw and heard you earlier talking about Florida A&M claimed the national championship, where Southern went to Florida A&M, and although they did not come out on top, again, another call here, another call there, they led that entire football game, and Southern is much improved. All of our games this year has gone down either to the last drive or overtime. And of our 10-member institutions, up until week 8, we had 8 of those 10 schools still able and eligible to compete for the SWAC Championship. So we're a strong league. When you look at some of the rankings, we've gone from the 13th rated conference to the 8th rated conference. So it's a strong football program, both at Alcorn and Southern, and we like our chances in the Celebration Bowl.
Well, certainly great football traditions throughout the conference. I've got to ask before you go, what's your favorite part of this SWAC Championship game?
The tailgating, the fans. You get, I grew up on Alcorn State campus. My mother and father attended here. As a child, I used to go to the football games in the old football stadium, the frying of the fish and the frying of the chicken and the barbecuing. This is what SWAC football is all about, bringing it back on campus. It allows the fans to really, truly engage and interact. And this is the best part of it for me, just seeing family, friends. SWAC Championship football on this December day, you can't beat it.
All right, we appreciate your time, Dr. Charles McClellan, the SWAC commissioner. We thank you so much for your time and coming on to Gimme Five Black College Live. We'll
Thanks
be
for
back.
having me. There's more.
Yo, baby, welcome back. Black College Live. Give me five. Till the day the day I die. Woo!
I feel like I'm Gucci Mane in 2006. All these diamonds definitely on my neck, just like for bricks. Ain't no way that I be talking on that strap, don't make no sense. He $1 million, but we posted in the bricks. It make no sense, it make no sense, no. It make no sense, make no sense, make no sense, no. Make no sense.
Now that was the Gamma Pi chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, founded on the campus of Indiana University Bloomington, January 5th, 1911. Gotta give them props.
You go into the history. That's what you do. Hey, but you know what? My mom used to always tell me when I was going away to Howard University, she said, I don't know much about that Greek life, but I do know something about them pretty boys with them canes. I'm not a Kappa, I'm not a Q, I'm an independent, but Mama said she liked them canes, so hey Mom, I may bring your present.
Achievement in every field of human endeavor. Some notable Kappas: Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain was a Kappa. Whoa, say no more.
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah. How about our chef, our celebrity chef? He was a Kappa.
Yo, what do y'all say? Yo, new?
My godfather, John Jenkins, was a Kappa, so I gotta give a shout out to that. But
my husband, Aaron Barry,
enough of all these pretty boys. Let's get back to the football. It's a football game, man. One thing they don't do is hit nobody. So let's talk football players.
Southern Alcorn State. Give me a game preview, Jay.
Hey, this game preview is where we make our prediction, what we're going to do, right? So we don't know. Hold on, where y'all going? Y'all got to hear this out now. We'll see what you got. So coming into the game, we want to know who's going to win the SWAC Championship. Who's going to make the Celebration Bowl? Let me tell you why. Southern University has a chance of winning this game because I think they got the fastest horse on the field, and that's Darius Skelton, their quarterback. If he can throw the ball well, that'll be great. But Felix Harper has stepped up. He can throw the football. His decisions in the passing game are phenomenal. But if Southern can throw the football, they've got a chance. But then again, that Alcorn State team is physical. It's physical. And how about this? The last 10 times these teams have played, Alcorn has won 9 out of 10.
Yes, sir.
Southern only won once.
Yes, sir.
That being said, is something gonna go. But I'm not gonna call it. I'm not gonna call the action.
All right, wait a minute. We gotta put the
Let's
pretty
bring
boy in
another
the
cap
middle
on the
between
set.
us.
We want
That's
to bring
right.
another
Well, you
cap
know
on the
what?
set. So, Coach Shep, we're gonna set this up. You coach for many years. First, we gotta see what the food is, like we always do. Mustard base and a burger and some bread and some more sausage. But all right, so I laid it out there. 1-9. Southern is versus Alcorn the last 10 meetings. Southern University played this game last year. I don't know if they're scared of the reservation like they were a year ago. But that being the case, who's going to win the game this year?
All this setup. What you got, Coach?
I'm going with the Braves of Alcorn.
Hey, Braves of Alcorn, I want y'all to know, normally the team he picked normally lose, so you might not have wanted that, but we'll see.
Wait, that's a cap right there, Jay. Anyway, either way, we want you to tune in to the game. Southern taking on Alcorn State on ESPNU at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're signing off for the reservation.
This is a Gimme Five show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and here to win. It's Black College Live, I'ma need 5 on it. If they put overtime on it, lights out.